Well, listen, we have some great news to share with everybody. This is Anthony Tort here with Pastor Chris Gregas, and we just got back from the launch, the official launch of Ibuumerang. I don't know, if you haven't heard, I'm sure if you're watching this video that you've been doing some research on this, and you've heard that maybe this new company was launching. You might have heard the names Holt & Bugs. You might have heard some terms like travel. But believe me, you're going to want to reach out to us. Our information is going to be in the bottom. We're going to give you a little presentation you can look at, but none of it really will scratch the surface as to what we can share with you when you call us. I mean, we've been given some inside information about where this company is going, and I'll just tell you this, that it's unlike anything that we've ever seen, and we've been around some pretty sharp companies. So, Chris and I are here basically to share some information with you, but really we want you to reach out, take a look at what we're doing, and at the end of the day, you're watching this because you're looking for an opportunity. You may have been in the industry, but you just get a sense that something really big is happening. And so, Chris and I for the next, few minutes are going to share some highlights. So, Chris, what can we say about, where do we begin sharing with people about what we just heard about where Ibuumerang is going?
Well, it's good to be with you again, Anthony. I tell you, I'm fired up, and some of the stuff that I heard today is just mind-boggling. When you think of the fact that Ibuumerang is changing the paradigm of network marketing, and I kind of knew that, and you knew that going in, but just to see Holt & Bugs and listen to him just share his heart, his vision for this company. I tell you, I've never been excited about any venture that I've been involved with other than writing that really got me fired up. And, the key is that, I keep saying it, we've said it on our last few broadcasts, and that is that this company is built for, and we'll get back to this later, this illustration, because I think it's so apropos. It's built for the elephant and, the fish, not just the monkey. And I can talk about that later. But it's built for the average Joe and Joanne. And I don't know of any network marketing company that really has that bent totally like Ibuumerang.
No. And that's the amazing thing about it is, if you're a big leader and you're watching this, first and foremost, we have everything in place. We have the Facebook group, the training site, everything that you need from a successful team we have in place. So if you're that big, big person, you've been successful in network marketing, reach out to us. Let us, give you a platform where you can bring your team in. And that's the thing is, the average person can finally succeed at this. And that's the story. If we sit there and mention that we're in this industry or that industry, the first reaction that people have is, oh, I've seen a company like that, or, XYZ company has this service or that service. And what I really want to try to convey to you in the next few minutes is the fact that you don't, and you haven't. You haven't seen anything like this, the way this is being put together. And I just want to start with the bird's eye view, just because I could sit here and give you all the details and say, this is the product that we'll be offering, here's how we'll offer it, here's the comp plan, and everybody's knee-jerk reaction is going to be automatically thinking of, well, I've seen that, I've done that, this, that, or the other. But I can just tell you the reason you haven't seen this is because at the end of the day, we have a company that is no longer in network marketing. And so many of the big leaders and others that are listening that have dabbled in it, everybody's really trying to get away from that model. Isn't that the truth? Really, yeah. Everybody's trying to get away from the idea that you have this product that you have to pay 2 or 3 times more. It's an auto ship. And they were talking about that the average person stays on a product for 79 days, that there's really no true residual income and so forth. And what I just simply want to say to you is this company has an infrastructure and is playing in waters where big fish swim, to the point where they're talking about being a $50 billion company. Now, the largest company in our industry is probably $12 billion, and they've been around for 50 years and still employ some of the old strategies. And the reason we're not getting to all the details, what we heard at the convention, is that you have to understand that this is bigger. The leadership is sharper than you may have even known. And the first thing I want to hit on that I think is going to come to a surprise to a lot of people is the fact that, yes, Holton Buggs founded this company. And if you don't know Holton Buggs, look him up. And for those of you who do know them, you know that he's earned over $100 million. He's the top earner of all time in network marketing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he has business insight, nor does he know how to start a company or build something long term. It doesn't mean that at all. But, Chris, maybe you could just touch on something that was eye-opening, some of the things that he said today that really gave you insight into what I would say his genius.
Well, yeah. I mean, the first thing that I noticed in his remarks is this company is always thinking of how the average person and the distributor can make money. You know, I mean, I'm so used to hearing how the company's going to make money and we're kind of going to be the gophers to make them plenty of money. But I see almost that flipped upside down in this business, this company at Ibuumerang, and that is that they're going to give us opportunities left and right in the next few years to have like multiple streams of income, which is really powerful when you think about it. I mean, you know, it's not a typical, you know, come and, you know, get my product, you know, get on auto ship and all the rest. I mean, it seems like we're so far away from that concept and starting a whole new paradigm, as I said earlier, that, you know, other companies are gonna model us. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I could see in 5 to 10 years, you know, 25-30% of the network marketing industry being just like Ibuumerang. And, you know, so that was a big thing that I noticed today about that. I mean, just the whole concept of, you know, if we help people in the field get what they want, we're going to get what we want. And what a powerful principle that is, Anthony.
Absolutely. And, you know, also what struck me was the business acumen of Holton Buggs and his leadership team.
Yes.
The journey that he took us on when he was speaking from stage, the journey that he took us on over his last 29, 30 years, but then also he went back all the way to the beginning of this industry and talked about where it is today and just how much it needs to change. So the conversation is no longer about, you know, returning the same ideas, returning the same people from one company to another. What he's talking about is implementing concepts and strategies that have taken Uber to where it is, concepts and strategies that have taken Amazon to where they are. They start talking about, you know, data analytics and automated intelligence, things that you are now used to. You see it every day when you're shopping online and so forth. And so this company is going to do something that's never been done before. And rather than get into all the minutia of it, here's what I want to say is that the customer retention is going to be the highest that this industry has ever seen. In fact, your customer will be able to be a customer for free, no obligation, buy things that they're literally already buying, not categories that they're buying. You know, here's the thing is your customer is, maybe using nutrition, but they're not using your nutrition product. So there still has to be a change, and they can grab that product anywhere. With our model, they're literally going to be buying products that they're already buying. So your customer will have literally no reason to quit, the highest retention rate ever. Your team members will be highly incentivized to the degree that you or this industry has never seen, to where you'll have the highest retention rate of team members. And what they're talking about is the reality. You know, one of the things Holton Buggs was saying from stage, he told a story about he's been in the business 29 years, and he's literally never met anybody who's living a great life, like let's say the Walton children, you know, of Walmart.
Yes.
He's never met anybody who says, you know what, I'm thankful, I'm living a great life because of what my grandfather did inside of network marketing. You know, he's met the top people in the industry and has never heard anybody say that. So these are the things that are coming from his mind, coming from his experience. And then on top of that, he's now surrounded himself with a team of people that are the highest level that I've seen. And I'll tell you, I've been around multi-million-dollar companies that have penetrated, you know, the biggest vertical markets that are out there, like the mobile industry, you know, computers, CRM systems, things like that. I've been with companies in the insurance and mortgage industries that are of the highest quality, but I've not seen a team like this come together that combine that. Here's the key, and I'll let you touch on that because it's so big. They have all the skills, but see, I was with a company that launched inside the mobile industry that came from, you know, they brought in Wall Street money. Matter of fact, one of the guys that was on the board was on Walmart's board. I mean, these were big money players. But if you don't combine all that with, number one, being debt-free, this company that I was with before in the mobile industry was not debt-free. They were highly leveraged, and so they folded very quickly. But the last part of it was the way that they cared for people. And to me, that's the biggest thing. They have the knowledge, but then they have the care for people. You know, Chris, could you touch on that, what we were talking about?
Yeah, I mean, like, here's an example. I mean, and I know, Anthony, we've talked about this. This company is not only made for the average person, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is the first company that I'm aware of that you can go to your warm market, and, you know, if you're a network marketer, you know what warm market is. You can go to your warm market, and you can talk to them about this, and there isn't even their eyelids don't even flicker, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's no another scheme, or there's no, are you going to try to get me to order stuff? I'll give you for instance, I have 4 children. Every one of them has saved so far at least once on a vacation that I've offered them, and they haven't even questioned it. Now, that's powerful.
Amazing.
I mean, when you think about it, because, you know, I've been in other things where they're like, well, Dad, I get this cheaper somewhere else, or, you know, Dad, I like this product, and I never was able to really like have an objection to any of that. But now I can say to them, you know, go enjoy the products of other companies. I don't really care, but we're talking about an opportunity to save money, travel, right? And then, you know what, if you want to share that with other people, you can do it, and it's as simple as that. I was mentioning earlier, Anthony, about the monkey, the fish, and the elephant, and Holton Buggs tells a story, and he told it again today, powerful story, and that is that, you know, he created this company for the fish and the elephant, not just the monkeys. You know, it's kind of like a professor that says, you know, we're going to give you 3 a test, and that is each one of you are going to have an equal shot to be able to climb this tree. And, you know, whoever can get to the top first wins. And, of course, the fish says, well, wait a minute now. I'm in the water. I can't get out of the water. I'm going to die and shrivel up. And the elephant says, well, I don't climb trees. You know, I mean, I'm too slow. I'm too big. That's not what I do. And the monkey, he's salivating, right? You know, he's sitting there licking his chops because he's thinking to himself, you know, I climb trees in the morning, and I climb trees at night, and I climb trees in the daytime. And he's just thinking, well, this is easy for me. And Holton Buggs says, I didn't build it just for the monkeys, the 3 percenters. I built this thing for the elephant and the fish. And to me, that is so powerful because that means anybody can win. Not only that,
yes.
but they don't have to take 30 years and strike out 14 times before they win. It's kind of like, you know what, you found your home, you don't have to look anymore. That's Ibuumerang. So to me, that's the most powerful thing. And, of course, we've been looking for something like this, but they just were not out there, and they're not out there. But Ibuumerang has come to change things in every way.
That's powerful and well said. And that really speaks to the question of, do they care about people? And here's what's cool is they are operating on the highest level. There's a company in the industry that is well known, where you get on an auto ship and you almost can't get off of it, whether you're a customer or a distributor. And he was talking about how, even as a distributor, if you even take a look at another company or get on another product line, if you're one of the top income earners, they boot you out. I mean, there's so many things that where the team builder or the distributor, whatever you want to call it, gets disrespected. And then you have the customer who, gets bombarded with, their auto ship, and, if they're not on auto ship, then they have to pay double. And it's kind of ridiculous, because that's why network marketing never really competes on the global scale, with really big companies. So that speaks to them caring about us. So maybe let's just wrap up in about, 5 minutes, few minutes, and just say something to the big news that really we've been building up to is we just wanted you to feel what we felt hearing this team of people. And so far you may have heard about Ibuumerang. You're going to see where, yes, you can save on travel for so many reasons. It's not a travel company. What I want you to understand, if you're listening here, is it's a technology company that's going to enable you, just like Facebook, it's going to enable you to build a network. It's really that simple. I mean, Holton Buggs talked about today the fact that each and every one of you are great at this business. You've been doing it for years and not getting paid. That's what we're going to change. Ibuumerang is going to make it so that it's just as easy to share as Facebook, but you will get paid. So what's going to happen is you're going to be able to give it out for free. That's the biggest difference. So they're starting with travel only because it's so appealing, and literally every person on the planet either does it, did it, or wants to do it. So imagine having this network similar to Facebook, where you now have these people, and they're doing things that they normally do. They're saving money on them, and you're making money. So if travel wasn't enough, he was talking about these industries, that we're all familiar with, that have sort of gravitated to network marketing, cosmetics, nutrition, et cetera, and he was talking, in the billions, 10 billion, 20 billion, et cetera. And then he said, but then there's travel. Travel, we're talking 8 trillion. I don't even think any of us can get our head around how huge that is. If that's all we ever did, the way we're doing it is different than any other company. All the other companies out there charge their customer to use the product. We charge them nothing, and that same product, it would cost at least $5,000 to access the product that we're offering to them for free. So that's just the travel. Now, if that wasn't big enough, Holton Buggs, and here's the big news we're going to drop on you. Holton Buggs said, you know what? I went shopping this weekend. Oh, really? Well, when Holton Buggs says he went shopping, he does it on a grand scale. And he said, we have travel, and people do that, a few times a year, at least one big time a year. But we wanted to think about, what do people do monthly, every month, month in and month out. And, Chris, what did they come up with?
You got me, but you let me know.
Well, here's the good news.
I apologize. I missed that part. I have about 5 things I could give you, but what are you thinking of?
Well, here's what it is. They they went to a company and said, you know what, we got this unbelievable service that people use, and they went ahead and bought the company. This is a powerful company we're dealing with here. Absolutely. So we actually now have, announcement, everyone, BuumMobile.
Yes.
Now, it's just not any mobile service. They're talking about $50 a month unlimited and through some of the largest networks in the country, AT&T and T-Mobile. So now, here's the vision I want you to understand about Ibuumerang. You have a network. You're giving it out for free to your customers. Your customers are traveling, using their mobile phones and thousands of other things. All that money is running through your network. That's what Ibuumerang is going to be from a business standpoint. But you never have to charge your customer anything. So then they said, okay, if that were not enough, we wanted to try to find something that people do every day. So now we're talking about daily pay. And that's where, you know, Holton, every time I've heard him speak, he talks about, you know, we want to be like the Uber of network marketing, the Uber of network marketing. This guy is one of the craziest dudes I think I've ever met because he doesn't play around. So he goes and he's like, you know what, I went shopping, I bought another company. So this guy's buying companies. And what did he do? He bought a company, and now Ibuumerang has Vibe Rideshare. So in other words, we have our own Uber. Is that amazing?
That's crazy. That's, you know, I was thinking of that, and I was thinking of the first one, but I wasn't sure where you were going with that. And the other thing is, and I have to get, you know, we'll give you more information as it comes out, but it seems to me that people who use this service are going to have travel savings as well, which is a whole nother ballgame, because now you're telling them, look, you know, if I'm not married to Uber and I'm not married to Lyft, but they're not offering me $50 off my next hotel either. So, you know, that's another income stream we're talking about, where this company is just constantly, Ibuumerang is constantly thinking of ways to make money, not only for the people in the field, but also for their company as well. So it's just powerful.
Well, and let's close with this. I mean, the reality is the customer in network marketing has always been a necessity rather than something that they wanted. I could have said that better, but the bottom line is, in network marketing, the customer really was not important because you did everything but treat the customer well. There really was no customer, which is why, you know, truthfully, the FTC has taken a hard look and brought some of these companies down because of how they treat the customer, you know. So what you're talking about, Chris, and this is what blew me away. I tell you what, for those listening, you're going to love these people. I'm just telling you right now, you're going to love the Ibuumerang people because they care about people. They get it. They're first class. And what they're going to do is they're going to treat the customer not with a good experience, but with an amazing experience. I forget the exact term that he used, but he was talking about giving the customer the amazing service that they deserve. So, I mean, they're going to treat your friends and family better than you could treat them yourself from a business standpoint. Yes. They're going to treat them with white gloves, like they are golden, and that right there has never been done.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you finish. I don't want to say.
No, go ahead. That's good.
I was just going to say, you know, for those who are listening, you know, we probably got two types of people listening, Anthony. That is those who are, you know, have network marketing experience, been with some companies, you know, made some money, maybe haven't made a lot of money, and then there's others who really like the concept, who are entrepreneurs. And, you know, you're listening to this conversation and you're saying, you know what, tell me more. Well, you can reach out to us. You know, below this video is going to be either of our numbers. You know, it doesn't matter who you reach out to, whether it's Anthony or me. But, we'll take you through this. And I tell you right now, the other thing, Anthony, I want to close with, and that is, we don't have to jump through 36 hoops in this business. This business is the easiest model I've ever seen. And the model is simple. We give away free travel, people use it, and we get paid. Repeat. We give out free travel, free portal, free engine, whatever you want to call it. People use it, and we get paid. Repeat, right? And the truth of the matter is we just continue to do it and continue to do it, and then we run into people who say, well, I would love to be able to do that, and now they become business builders, and we build a network of people that are doing this. And to me, that's the simplest concept to explain to people. It's almost like when I explain it to people, they're like, wait a minute, is that it? It can't be that easy. Well, it is that easy. Mm-hmm. That's why we'd love you to join us in this venture.
Absolutely. Well said. And I tell you, it's already been a blast. And we have people that we would never contact in our other businesses, just friends and family, getting the free portal. They're going to be using, whatever product or service we have running through there. It's going to be an absolute blast. And, Chris and I would just love to connect with you, love to tell you what we've learned, kind of connect you to our team. Everything is in place for you to win and for you to win big. So God bless, and we'll be talking to you soon.